Hello everyone, welcome back to the Iowa Grand Fleet Gaming channel. This is Jimmy again, solo for right now. I decided to go over the pie chart that I have for our leaders for this week. As you can see, we had 2 red-purple Laws, we had 1 red-purple Luffy, 1 starter deck Kid, 2 Sakazukis, 2 Enels, 1 Katakuri, 1 Kuro, 1 Belo, and 1 blue Dofi. So the spread was quite a bit more diverse than normal, I'd say. But the first match is going to be Sakazuki versus Belo, so let's get into it. Alright, we got Belo on the right being played by Charlie, and we got Nick Davis on the left playing Sakazuki. As they're getting ready and set up, I just wanted to say thank you guys for all the comments, subscribers, views, all that YouTube jazz. As of right now, it's just me editing, and then sometimes I'll have people jump in and commentate with me. But, you know, right now it's just me. My roommate's a little busy, so hopefully I'll get him in on the next one. Anyways, they are shuffling, deciding who goes first, deciding on what hands to keep, get rid of, what's worth what. We've seen this matchup before. Looks like they both decide to keep. We've seen this matchup before. It's can be very easily in the Belo favor if the Belo sees what the Belo needs. Looks like Belo goes first, passes, no turn 1 plays. Sakazuki grabs his turn, plays out his 2 Don, draws his card. See how this matchup works. I know Nick Davis has learned since the last time he played against the Belo, so see if that transfers into this game. Leader effect to discard. Looks like a Hina to draw a card. And then pass his turn. Alright, on to the Belo turn. 3 Don. There's plenty of cards that Belo probably would want to see at least. Probably wants to start getting some cards out so that way it can do one big rush. Starts out swinging 7. Sakazuki takes. Pays 1 for the Belo Searcher card. See what he can grab. Alright. While he's searching... Oh, it's the Koala. Alright. While they're moving on, I just wanted to apologize for the angle of the video. I'm ordering a new stand for the camera, so hopefully it can stand more above as opposed to the angle just because of the lighting and everything. I was trying to get a new angle so that way the reflections weren't bad. Anyways, back to Sakazuki's turn. He uses leader effect to trash a Tushigi to draw a card. So Sakazuki's sitting here at 4 Don. Is he going to swing? I know that's what a lot of people say is the thing to not do against Belo. And he's got such a big hand already. It's so early on. See where he can go with that. With as many cards as he's got in hand, I'm sure there's plenty of lines of play he could go. But looks like he's going to pay 4 for Rebecca. Okay. Going to draw back the Tushigi. And what's he going to play? Can definitely see multiple Tushigis and multiple meteor volcanoes. He opts not to play anything. Okay. But he did what I think is the right play and didn't swing into Belo. Don't need to give him more chances of a trigger. Don't need to get it swung on by 4 things on your next turn. Alright. Charlie sitting at 5 Don. What is the optimal line of play here? Pay 4 for the Ivankov. Trashes to give the 2 +3 using the Belo effect to bring out a Karasu, giving -1000 to the Sakazuki. Swings 5 into the Sakazuki's 4. Gets a 2K out of hand. and then swings 6 into the 4, Sakazuki. I like Belo Betty, and I like some of the red cards that it got. Gets another 2k out from the 6k swing. I like Belo Betty. It's just unfortunate with how much removal is currently going on in this meta that cards like Karasu really aren't going to do much. Gives another 2k. So that was 2 2ks out of a 6k swing into a 4k. Belo Betty passes turn, goes on to Sakazuki. So Sakazuki is sitting there at 6 Don. Oh man, staring down a decent board. I know you definitely want to get the Karasu out of play because that thing can wreck shop if allowed to go uninhibited. So he's going to start out, it looks like swinging 5, I'm guessing into the Belo Betty. Yep. 5 into the Searcher Belo Betty, I should say, giving 1 or -1 to the Ivankov. So Ivankov's down to 3. Plays Meteor Volcano. I'm guessing to Karasu. Yep. This is probably the Rob Lucci play. Tsuru to give another -2 to Ivankov. Yep. And then the Rob Lucci. Ooh, the beautiful alt-art Rob Lucci. Puts Tashigi, Hina, and Meteor Volcano back at the bottom of the deck to get the double kill off. So Belo Betty is sitting there with no board. Unfortunately, not really what you want to see. But leader effect to get rid of the Borsellino to draw a card. Pass turn. Alright, let's see what Belo Betty can do. Nick Davis has been pretty smart about not swinging into life. Don't need to get all those triggers off. Swing in once Belo Betty's burnt themselves out a bit. Sakazuki seems to be pretty prevalent. At our locals alone, we only had 2, but still, they were near the top. I believe they finished pretty high up there. Alright, gonna swing. Is that 8k? Yep, 8k. I think he's trying to force the blocker out, maybe? Or get more cards out of hand. Yep, gets the Rebecca blocker off. Pays 4 for the Cracker and passes turn. Unfortunately, Cracker is not going to get his effect off unless he starts getting hit. It's rough out here for the Belo Betty, unfortunately. This matchup is hard, especially when the person you're playing against is a very accomplished Sakazuki player that has learned since the last time he's played against a Belo Betty. I believe he's using leader effect here. Deciding what to trash, what to trash to draw. I believe that's a Mihawk. Trashes the Mihawk to draw a card. Interesting. I've been seeing more and more people say that Mihawk is the way to go. Pays 4 for the 4-drop Kuzan. Draws a card. Still has 4 Don up. Could be a Borsellino. Well, he's paying 4 for... Oh, another Rebecca. Honestly, probably should have seen that one coming. Takes it to Shigi. And I don't... Is he going to play anything off the Rebecca? Nope. Opts not to, and then passes turn. So as of right now, it looks like it's 4 life for Belo Betty to 3 life on the Sakazuki. But again, like I've been saying like a broken record, Sakazuki is fine with letting his life go down while not hitting Belo Betty until Belo Betty burns out. I am intrigued to see where Belo Betty can go, and with the amount of Revolutionary Army support that's probably going to be coming out in the next set with the Dragon Leader, it'll be interesting to see if Belo Betty and Sabo get any more play, or if Dragon is going to be the only Revolutionary Army leader that's even touched anymore. All right. So, Charlie's sitting here at 9 Don. It's got a cracker on board. It survived, so at least you'll get another swing in. Swings another 8. I believe Nick Davis takes. Yep. Going down to 2 life. Okay. So for 4 Don, he's going to play Lindbergh. Sorry. Yeah, not a huge amount of play. Nick Davis wants to see what the card does. I think Lindbergh is probably a good tech for the deck, honestly. Just being able to get rid of those Rebecca blockers is pretty good. I know some people were also playing Nico Robin from set 1 just to help keep those Rebeccas off board. Because it KOs when attacking anything with 3,000 power or less, as long as Lindbergh has 7,000 power or more, which is pretty easy to get with Belo Betty. Nick Davis trashes the 10 cost Kaido to draw a card using leader effect. There's so much that Sakazuki can do, and it's such an interesting deck. Just the ability to trash what you don't need or what you might need later and then grab back with other cards. Gonna swing 5 with the 4-drop Kuzan, giving -4 to Lindbergh. I'm relatively certain that that's not going to make it to the next turn. He's going to pay 2. Oh, sorry. Belo Betty took that, by the way. Pays 2 for the brand new. Going to take the Meteor Volcano to hand and trash a Sabo and 3-cost Black Hina. It's not a bad search. I think it looks like he's got 2 or 3 Hound Blazes, which is just nutty. Which I believe we're seeing 1 come out right now. That card is so good. Giving +3 to bottom deck is it a 1 or a 2 cost? Is so good. Because now the leader can just swing for 8. Yup. Turning it sideways, swinging 8. Belo Betty takes and gets a cracker trigger. Well, that's what you like to see. So Nick Davis probably doesn't want to hit 1 more time just to make sure. Meteor Volcano. Draw a card, give -2 to the fresh cracker. I guess it doesn't really matter. Neither one's rested. Pay 2 for, yep, another Hound Blaze. Bottom decking that cracker. He's going to probably give it to the Rob Lucci if he's swinging. Well, maybe not. Maybe. Okay, yep. Swings 9 with the Rob Lucci, which Charlie takes, and still no triggers. Nick Davis looking through his hand, making sure he doesn't have anything else to play, and passes with 3 Don up. I don't think he runs any counter events, so I think it's just kind of open Don just in case. Maybe psych him out a little bit, or maybe he's changed up since the last time I've seen him play. Alright, it's the Belo Betty's turn. His cracker is within with the character ability range. He is at lower life. He's at 1, whereas Nick Davis is at 2 life. But he does have that pesky blocker. This is the rough spot for the Belo Betty player, especially now that Nick Davis has played against Belo Betty. He's he's learned the strats, as they say. See if Charlie can pull something out, maybe turn the tides in his favor a little bit. Like I was saying, talking to Nick Davis about his deck, I know he's confident just sitting behind some blockers. With the amount of blockers that Sakazuki can play while still being so board control-y is so good. A lot of thinking. This is a tough spot that Belo Betty's in. I think he's going to test the waters, swinging 5 at the 4-drop Kuzan, which Nick Davis lets go. Nick Davis having 5 or 6 cards in hand, a blocker on board. He knows that he needs to keep something just in case Belo Betty can get rid of that Rebecca and swing double attack with the Cracker. Belo Betty plays 4 for another Ivankov. Probably going to give... what? Or is he going to use leader ability? Cheat out another character? Yep. Trashes an Ivankov to give +3 to Ivankov and the Cracker. But what's he going to summon off the Ivankov ability? He's running low on hand size, unfortunately. And unfortunately, the next crackback could be pretty devastating. So it looks like he's going to swing 8 into Rob Lucci. That is kind of the tricky part, is that Sakazuki probably wants to keep him on board if he's going to go for game on the next turn. Even though he has 4 characters on board, the second highest attack power is still only 3,000 on the brand new, and the other 2 are 0 power. Yep, so he's going to block. Belo Betty's going to activate the Ivankov ability to bring out Inazuma, attach 2 Don, swing, 6 into the Rob Lucci again. Really doesn't want it on board, but he gets a 2K out of hand with the Tashigi. Gonna pay 4 for the Sanji blocker and pass turn. I like the Sanji blocker because it can still be a swinger, and especially in Belo Betty, with the trigger and just being able to still get the Belo Betty effect. It's too good. Alright, plays another Tashigi, gives a -2 to the Sanji blocker. Nick Davis is going to Hound Blaze that. Yep, get it out of here. Attach it to the brand new. And then swing 6. Is he going to attach any more? I mean, he's still got 7 Don up. He needs 2 attacks to connect, and Charlie's hand is not very high. I think it's only 2 or 3 maybe. He'll attach 1 more Don, make it a even 7. Charlie takes. No trigger. Well, unfortunately, the writing might be on the wall here on this one. It looks like he'll swing 8 with the Rob Lucci. Yep, that's going to get him the game. Unfortunately, Rob Lucci's figuring out the ability to just not swing into Belo Betty, giving him more triggers and more bodies on board, has really helped that matchup, I think. It's unfortunate, but, sometimes that's how you have to play the game. Well, that was round 1, so it looks like Nick Davis is going to move on to round 2 with 1 win. As I was saying, thanks again for all the watches, all the subscribes, all the comments, etc., all the YouTube jazz. Like I said, this is going to be uploaded a little bit behind schedule. Ran into some problems, but thanks again. Have a good night.